What's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, this is your boy Warren G, straight from the No Way Out podcast and the Knowledge is Free podcast. What's going on with y'all today? Hey, man, it's Sunday morning. No, I'm not at church. I come to praise. No, nigga is not at church praying to Pal Gasol on the wall type shit with the perm press and the blue eyes. That's the first thing I got an issue with. Pray to somebody that look like you, not that motherfucker. But anyway, I digress. You feel me? I'll tell you this: we need to educate ourselves, and we have to really understand what life is about, and we have to understand this too. That I feel bad about the people that got shot up in that synagogue and all this other stuff. I really feel bad about that. But it's the narrative that I don't like. And here's the narrative. I'll tell you this to me. This is what I see. It's always a big deal, when somebody gets killed. Now, I never want to see nobody get killed. But when that white boy went up in that black church and got to shooting up all those niggas, the first thing these niggas do is come out and be like, oh, we forgive him. We forgive him. He's such a merciful person. After he came in there, prayed with y'all, and shot up everybody. That shit I didn't like. That's one. I did not like that. Two, now we have the synagogue shooting, and it's all about, he wanted all the Jews to die and all this other stuff. And it's like, look, man, it almost reminds me of how we're supposed to forget all the transgressions that have been done to black people, but never forget the Holocaust and never forget what the hell has happened to the Jews. Even though people don't understand that not Hillary, but what's his name? Hitler. I was about to call him Hitlery. Hitler, he experimented that whole thing that he did on the Jews. He did it to black people first. And I don't think people understand that. I think my people don't understand. I don't think the average person really understands that. I think that sometimes we feel like, poor the Jews, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad for people to get killed, and that's messed up, and I feel bad, and that's wrong. Nobody should get killed like that, but I'm going to keep reminding my people of this. The last 500 years, it isn't like the system of white supremacy, the dominant society, has been all that friendly to melanated people. They have not been that friendly. You have Jim Crow, segregation, all these other laws that they had, it was just an abundance of laws that they had to keep us behind the line. And I'm not going to lie to you. It ain't like they haven't been killing and slaughtering us for the last 400 and some years, 500 years. So it's like when I see stuff like that, I just kind of be like, now how long are we going to have to hear this shit? You know what I'm saying? Just like the shooting that was at the Mandalay Bay. They keep talking about that shit over and over and over and over again. I'm waiting to hear when they're going to talk about a medical apartheid, when they were running experiments on my people and shooting them full of plutonium and doing some hostile shit like, let's say, giving all the black people syphilis in the Tuskegee experiment. That's the shit that I want to hear over and over again. Why don't you let that shit be known? Or let known how you would hang, melanated sisters and gut them like fish, like I've said a million times. And then their unborn baby would just be flopping all over the concrete or the grass. And then you would castrate black men over and over and over and over again and rape the black slaves, whether they were male or female. This is what has been done to us the last 450 some odd years. But we don't like to talk about that shit over and over again. We just want to talk about the current things that's happening with other races. Now, I feel bad about what's happening with other races. But black people need to understand, let these motherfuckers hold their own nuts and let them go through their own shit. Because when it's our time to get our shit, ain't nobody looking out for us. And that's the issue that I'll always have with this United States of what we call America. We concentrate on every other race and every other issue but our own. And that's the problem that I have. We always so quick to want to stand together with other fucking races. I'm going to keep saying this. Where the fuck is the money from them goddamn reservation that the Indians make with them casinos? I'm yet to see any of that fucking money. Where's all these other resources that all these other races have that they not dividing with us? Why is it everybody else could come here from other countries and benefit from the fruits of my people's labor, But my people ain't got shit. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you know what the fuck is going on, go on the fucking West Side. See how many black businesses there are. That's why I'm going to always be upset. That's bullshit. You see Taco Bell, Wendy's, Panda Express, Del Taco, clown-ass Starbucks, and all these other motherfuckers. But when it comes to our shit, we got grits, and we got side chicks, and we got black barbershops on the West Side. That's all we have. We should have restaurants everywhere. We should have Trader Joe's over there. We should have a Walmart on the West Side. I'm talking about on the West Side. On Owens and H type shit. Not just Doolittle Community Center. That's the shit that irritates me if you live in Las Vegas. And it's about reading. Knowing who you are. Knowing where you come from. Knowing that you are indigenous to this landmass. And that's the shit you're going to keep hearing me talk about. We have to understand what it is. Stop depending on... This is what irritates me the most about everybody. We be depending on our vote to help us with Caucasians in the dominant society when... The people who wrote the Constitution were white supremacists. They were in the system of white supremacy. They wrote that Constitution for them and their people to subjugate our people and have us in involuntary servitude for the rest of our life. Why can't we get that past our thick skulls that these rules are not here to benefit us. These rules are here to benefit them. And I'm going to segue right into it. That's why when you work in corporate America, all you see is Caucasians. Like I said, I'm going to say it a million times. Them motherfuckers, you can get them straight off Owens and Las Vegas Boulevard. Let them get a clean shave. They can go on an interview. They'll be your supervisor, and they can be freebasing with a glass pipe in a bathroom and still be your supervisor. And all them other Caucasians that act like ain't nothing going on. And all the other races that work in your department, they will align themselves with the dominant society. That's why, hey man, I look at all races. When you work in a corporate America structure, you got to look at every single race and see how they conduct themselves. Motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck if you was a Tupac fan or a Biggie fan and all this other shit. That don't mean shit to me. How do you conduct yourself in these corporate America jobs? And I'm talking about other races because they're always looking at us like, why we so mad and why we so angry. If you're a black, melanated person in this country, you have a right to be upset. You got a right to be angry. Because every other race comes here and they align themselves with the dominant society. And they march and whine and repeat with us, but they won't give us none of their fucking resources and they won't help us out with a goddamn thing. And they get on these fucking jobs, they'll turn on you like a motherfucker, and they'll expect you to go against your own people. And then when it comes for them sticking up for you, they align themselves with the dominant society and act like, oh, well, it's the job, bro. I got to do my job. How many of y'all deal with that shit every day? Leave your comments. If you listen to this shit right now, share, subscribe, leave your comments, hit the like button. If you don't agree, let me know that you don't agree and we can have a conversation about it because I've been in corporate America for 13 motherfucking years and this is how the fuck they act. This is how they act. Most races that are not with the dominant society that come in these corporate America jobs, they have two choices. They can go with the dominant society or they can go with us. They're not going to go with us because they're not going to get nothing going with us. They're going to go with the dominant society because they want to get a pat on the head and, hey, I just got to get my money. So don't be expecting these other races to stick up for you. Because, look, trust me, when I go to corporate America, I don't smile with none of them motherfuckers because they all fake and they fucking phony. And they act like they for you. And then when it comes up to standing up for you, they fall like bitches in the street. And that's why people that come from the street cannot work in a corporate America setting because there'll be some dead motherfuckers there because those type of politics on the street will get people killed in corporate America because of how they conduct themselves. So black people, we got to know to stick together. Stop backbiting. Stop fucking throwing motherfuckers under the bus. Stop samboing and cooning. How many times? I'm going to say this every time I'm on this motherfucker. If you a coon or you a sambo, we have Coons and Sambos Anonymous. And I will be giving out my emails so motherfuckers can contact me and we can induct you and we can enroll you into the program so we can purge that coon spirit from you. Because, you know, that coon and that sambo spirit is contagious. We got a lot of Hayward Shepherds around there. And if you're not black, and you Latino or you Asian, but you not with that coon shit, man, we got a separate department for you too at Coons Anonymous. Because there's a lot of other races. There's a lot of Latinos out there that be cooning for them white supremacists, for the dominant society, because they want something. So before You coon, think about it. Is that how you want to be respected? That's why more of my people start our own businesses, be entrepreneurs, man. I'm going to tell y'all a million times. Don't give your energy to this corporate America job. Do what's asked of you and go the fuck home. Don't come up with no ideas for them. Let them come up with ideas for them. You come up with ideas so you can start your own fucking business. So you can be your own boss and you don't have to worry about being fake and phony and smiling with them. Like Dr. Joy DeGruy says, you have to purge yourself from them and detox yourself from them because the oppressed take on the worst characteristics of the oppressors. That's what, hey, I heard that from Bobby Glanton Smith, and that's some real shit. Because I worked around these motherfuckers, and you got a lot of melanated people that get around the dominant society, and they get to cooning and acting like they don't know what the fuck is going on. And I've dealt with it a million fucking times. So let me tell you this. Do what's best for you and your people, not nobody else. And I'll tell you this too. You know, I think I had to get my phone real quick, but I think that more people are miseducated and misinformed than they are educated and informed. I know. Trust me, all you out there who read, just like I always show you this book, The Divine Triangle. When you read books and you come into a different knowledge of self, it's not that everybody around you is dumb. It's just everybody's not enlightened and they don't know what's going on. You have to magnetize people that are on the same page as you. Don't hang out with these people. These people at your job are not your friends. Even outside of the job, the majority of the people that you have around you, they're probably not your friends. They're probably just hanging out with you to kill time. Most people, to me, that I've come across, they're just time killers. They don't give a fuck about being your friend or hanging out with you. They want you to be they confident and they want you to be they fucking Dr. Phil, they Iyanla Vanzant and fix their fucking life. If you're around motherfuckers that can't make decisions and don't know how to pull the trigger, get the fuck away from them, man, because that shit is contagious. Be around people that know how to make decisions, know how to get it done, and know about entrepreneurialism and being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, entrepreneurship is the best thing that we can teach us. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Latino brothers and sisters, they got businesses and tire shops and all that everywhere. Now, if you read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson, I'll show those books. I'll show them again on future podcasts and Powernomics. It is designed for other races to come here and have businesses and not us. Because the majority of these other races know this. They're non-threatening. They did not build this country. Any person who thinks what I'm saying is false, you're entitled to your opinion. Go get the books and prove me wrong. But the books that I have read and what I know, we built this country. All the math, the geometry, all that, it even says it in this book. The numerology, the divine triangle. Pythagoras got his mathematics from the ancient Egyptians who are in Africa. Remember that. So geometry comes from us. You need geometry to build. How do you think those pyramids got built? And if you're like, well, that book doesn't prove anything. Well, I can tell you one thing. When the ancient Egyptian pyramids were built, it was illegal in Greece and all of Europe to practice any of the liberal arts that black people were studying in Africa. Alexander the Greek deemed it illegal. He would throw you in prison for studying our beliefs and our principles. So, of course, they got it from us. So we built this country. So you should be mad when you see other races come here and they got all these businesses and all this other stuff, but then it's so hard for black people because we've been behind the line the last 450 years. More people need to listen to Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dame Dash, Corey Hogan. Listen to them people, man. Those people are telling the fucking truth. People just don't want to hear Dr. Boyce Watkins. That dude is a genius. He's brilliant. I listen to him all the time. I got his books, Think Like a Millionaire, Financial Lovemaking. Those are great books. We need to really sit down and listen to what they're saying. Listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Go read The Fall of America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That shit is real shit. I'm talking about to our people. And if you're another race, you're a Latino, and you want to learn what the fuck we got going on, hit me up. Because there are a lot of Latinos out there that know it's some racist shit, and there's a lot of Latinos that don't be cooning and don't be bucking their eyes with the dominant society. And I got love for those Latinos. I've met them, and I got much love for them. And they don't be cooning and bucking their eyes and throwing niggas under the bus and getting around Caucasians and talking shit about black people. I love those Latinos, and they are out there, and I got nothing but love for them. Now, you other Latinos that get around the Caucasians and get to bucking your eyes and throwing niggas under the bus, I can't fuck with you, man. Because y'all know good goddamn well that's wrong. And then y'all want us to be holding y'all hand, and then we walking hand in hand, fight for your rights. When Donald Trump talking about get rid of all the motherfucking illegal aliens, then y'all motherfuckers want to hold hands. Now, those Latinos, I don't fuck with. Because y'all know that shit is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got love for everybody, but it's time for everybody to start having love for my people. And stop looking at us like we ghetto and we fuck up the neighborhoods. And we the hood motherfuckers. I'm tired of my black people getting the stigmatism of, or the stigma, my bad, of we're the ones that's on government assistance. And we're the ones that's ghetto. We're the ones that do all the violent crimes and all this other stuff. No, it ain't just us. It's other races too. And don't come to me with this, well, black people kill black people. I can't stand that shit. Then you are not for my people. Because I don't think you understand how J. Edgar Hoover, Ronald Reagan, Nancy Reagan, George W. Bush, all them clowns, they had a cathartic effort to push cocaine in the black communities to make their money to fund what the fuck they wanted to fund. They didn't give a fuck if it destroyed black communities in the 80s. They didn't give a fuck. J. Edgar Hoover had COINTELPRO. He was the goddamn director of the FBI for 40 years. And they named a building after this motherfucker. And this motherfucker wrote down that he wanted to seek out and destroy the next Messiah. And they named a building after this motherfucker. And he wanted to destroy black people. That's what I don't think black people understand. Get out of this mindset that, oh, no, it's not really that bad. We had Obama. No, it's really that bad. Obama came from Chicago, and look at how fucked up Chicago is. And he ain't said shit, but he can come out here, he can bring his big head ass out here to fucking Las Vegas and get y'all niggas to vote for Jackie Closen and Steve Clownzalak, who don't give a fuck about no niggas. They don't give a fuck about the West Side, don't give a fuck about none of those businesses, because like Dr. Claude Anderson says, we need to buy these motherfuckers. Stop trying to just put your trust in a vote. I voted. So I guess that he's a good white man and he's going to help us. I'm tired of that shit, man. No, buy the motherfucking politicians so they can do what we want them to fucking do. And that's what we need to keep doing, man. And stop putting our trust in every other race that they going to come and help us. So I feel bad about the synagogue shooting and all this and kill the Jews and all this other shit. But, man, that's not really our fight, because when Laquan McDonald got killed, let me remind y'all, when Laquan McDonald got killed in Chicago and they opened fire on his ass and they had that video, your boy Rahm Emanuel was the motherfucker who held the video until after he won his re-election. Rahm Emanuel is the Jew who was up under Obama, who knows all that crime is going on in Chicago and has not done nothing about it. But I bet you they gonna put all their resources into who killed these motherfucking Jews in the synagogue. That's the shit that I'm talking about. We have to look at what they do as a whole, the Jews, the Latinos, everybody else, and we got to replicate that and be about our own. Black people being about black people does not mean we're racist. We cannot be racist. Racism is a system of white supremacy. And you like, what do you mean? How is racism a system of white supremacy? Because it's a group or race of people who can control all the natural resources to oppress another group or race. So who controls all the resources? I'm going to ask y'all that. Who controls them? Oh, the system of white supremacy. The Caucasians. Who controls the banks? Who controls the oil? Who controls the solar energy and the energy? Who controls the food? The distribution of the food? Who controls the Monsanto's group? Who controls all that? Who controls the Federal Reserve? It ain't black people. So who controls it? Because it damn for sure ain't us. And what have they done with it the last 450 years? They have oppressed melanated people. That's what they've done. So I don't give a fuck about no Chinaman building no clown-ass railroad. About time, motherfucker. We built everything else in this motherfucker. And we still have not reaped any of our benefits from the labor that our people have put down the last 450 years. And we are indigenous to this land. So I'm tired of them sectioning the Indians off like, oh, well, they were here first. No, they were not here first. You better read They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. We were already here, clown. So, of course, they're going to name it, oh, well, they're the Indians. No, because Christopher Columbus was trying to get to India. Motherfuckers don't read shit. And they want to segregate it and give all the resources to the Indians because they know Indians ain't a threat. They going to take their fucking reservations and they teepees and they fucking casinos, and they ain't going to get none of their resources to nobody else. But they want us to stand with them in Dakota when they shooting a water hose on everybody. I'm tired of that shit. Wake up. Stop believing in fucking corporate America and thinking that that is going to take you to higher heights and deeper depths. If you work a corporate America job, it is meant to maintain you. It's not meant to make you rich. You're not getting rich off that. And fuck you in that bullshit ass 401k because it ain't going to do shit for you either. But maintain you. You got to think outside the box. Don't be scared and handle business because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to keep saying it. Hey, man, I'm an old motherfucker. Well, I'm not that old, but I'm older. I wish I thought this way 10, 15 years ago. But, hey, I want to be around people that are entrepreneurs, man, that got their own shit. I don't want to be around motherfuckers that's, you know, in the matrix, plugged into the motherfucking chair. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around a bunch of ciphers if you watch the Matrix. I don't want to be around that. I want to know how to navigate the Matrix so I get the fuck out of there so I can have my own shit. And that's what the fuck my people need to be on. We need more businesses. We need Tulsa again, like Jay Morrison, the dude that's starting that's got the Tulsa, the Tulsa. I think it's mutual fund. I think that's what he got. Jay Morrison is dope, man. Motherfuckers be hating on him too. And we always want to hate on each other, man. Stop that shit. Let's push each other forward. We hate in private and in public, stand with each other, because we don't support our own. And if we don't support, nobody's gonna respect us. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I thought I'd hit y'all over a little something off the dome. Remember, corporate America is meant to maintain you. It's not you. We're not getting rich off corporate America. You'd be better off playing the motherfucking megabucks than working a corporate job for 30 years. And then after 30 years, all they're going to give you is $1,100 a month. Some bullshit anyway. You know, don't put your trust in that because I'm not. That's why I started a podcast. Because I ain't putting my trust in that shit. You got to have venture off and do other things, man. We're all talented. Black people are talented. We are the creators of civilization. Those pyramids is something we built. So if we built these pyramids, there's nothing stopping us. Just like we built the first automobile. C.J. Patterson. C.R. Patterson was a black dude who built it. But Henry Ford, he's responsible for the mass production of the automobile. See, it's a play on words. They're not going to tell you who came up with the first automobile, who came up with the first stoplight, the ironing board. You know, if they put on TV and in schools all the inventions that black people came up with, people would probably worship us naturally because they know we're the reason why civilization exists on this planet. But why would they do that? Because whoever controls the imagery is the narrator of your perception. So remember that. Don't be no clown. Don't be no slave. If you're going to slave for yourself. Go on that job, do your 10% or whatever you need to do and get out. And take that 80, 90% of creativity and put it into some shit that's for you and it'll benefit you and your kids. Because most Caucasians have generational wealth. We don't. We don't have shit. So it's time for you to start thinking in a positive direction for you and your family. Because that's what I'm doing. Hey, man, it's been fun, been real. Love and live life, man. Share, subscribe to this page, hit the like button. Hey, you want to have a discussion? Hit me up. We'll have a real motherfucking discussion. And we can talk about some real things. But don't let these other races fool you. The other races that's really for black movement, they'll show you. They'll show you. They'll show you in their action. Because actions speak a whole lot louder than words. So don't let a motherfucker sit up there bumping their gums talking about they a Tupac fan and all this bullshit. That's whole shit. Who gonna be fighting with you in the end is the motherfucker you really want next to you. Hey, man, I got nothing but love for y'all. Hey, man, stay true to you. Love and live life. And don't be a bullshit motherfucker. Don't be no clown. I'm out. Peace.